Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina, and if you are new here, welcome to my channel. Here on my channel, I do bookish things, and I'm hoping to get back into the beauty side of my channel, so definitely stay tuned for that. Or if you are interested in watching both bookish and beauty side of my content, then I say please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So today, obviously, we're going to be doing a book haul. This is going to be the first book haul of 2022. By the time you see this video, it's definitely going to be the new year. So happy new year to all of you. I hope you had a wonderful new year, Christmas, and hopefully 2022 will be a better year for us all. Let's be honest, 2021 wasn't different than 2020. So hopefully 2022 will be even better, or just better in general. But we're gonna go ahead and hop into today's video. Again, I'm doing another book haul. A lot of these books I did pick up for Christmas because I did get gift cards for Christmas to Barnes and Nobles, which I freaking appreciate. And then also some of these books were books that I picked up for my 12 days of Bookmas, and then also some are from book boxes. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into today's video. The first book I am sharing with you guys is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. This was one of the books that I unwrapped during my Bookmas. So if you didn't see any of those videos, don't feel bad at all. I'm going to be sharing with you guys all the videos that I did unwrap around my Bookmas vlogs. So this is one of them. This is supposed to be a dystopian. This is based on like a book that's about no deaths, no diseases, no illnesses, none of that whatsoever. It's a healthy world, I guess you can say. And the only way you will die is if the Scythes come and take you. And that's pretty much how death is away in this story. I don't even know if that made sense. But yeah, that's the only way you can die, is if the Scythes come for you. Because obviously you can't die from diseases or old age or none of that. Scythes are the ones that will come and kill you off, just to kind of like keep population in control. So that sounded really interesting to me whenever I first heard about this book, and I've been wanting to pick it up for a very long time, and I finally decided to do it because Barnes & Nobles was having a buy one get one 50% off sale, and a lot of my books that I'll be sharing with you guys are from that sale. So I decided to finally pick it up, and I cannot wait to jump into this series. The next book I have here is Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. This is the second book to these Violent Delights. This is a Romeo and Juliet retelling. So I did read these Violent Delights, and I do plan on rereading it for the month of January, just to kind of refresh my memory, and so that way I can jump into this one. This is one that I'm pretty excited for as well. Only because I really did enjoy the first book, even though like I kind of feel like I missed out on a lot of what happened in the first book. That's why I'm rereading it, to kind of like remember what happened. But nonetheless, like the fact that it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling but different, makes it that much more interesting to me. Even though like the original Romeo and Juliet story was kind of tragic, this is not so dark, if that makes any sense. The next book I'm sharing with you guys is Six Crimson Crane by Elizabeth Lim. So this is about a young girl who has her brothers cursed. Her brothers have been cursed by this evil sorceress, and anytime she speaks of the curse to anyone or mentions it in the slightest bit, one of her brother dies. So this is another one that really caught my attention. The fact that her brothers were changed into cranes and she can't speak of it at all is very like interesting and yet sad. That she can't ever let anybody know that those are her brothers. If she mentions it at all, like they literally, one of them will die. So that sounds very interesting to me as well, and I cannot wait to jump into this one. A lot of people have said good things about it, so hopefully I will enjoy it as much as everyone else. The next book I'll be sharing with you guys is What Once Was Mine by Liz Braswell. So this is a twisted tale. This is a retelling, or like a twisted tale of Rapunzel. This is if she didn't have healing hair, it's more like unhealing hair. So instead of her blonde locks, she has silver hair, and that excites me because I mean, it's a twisted tale. A lot of our Disney, our happily ever after, and this is not so happily ever after. I'm guessing that's what it is. I did read one other one, and that was like the Peter Pan retelling. I gave you guys my thoughts about that one. I did enjoy it, although I felt like it was unnecessarily long, but I still had a good time with it. This, however, I am really, really excited for, and I cannot wait to jump into it. Just the simple fact that Rapunzel's hair is not healing, it's actually unhealing, if that makes any sense. The next book I am sharing with you guys is The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. So this is a graphic novel. It's a very huge graphic novel, and I've been wanting to pick this one up as well for a very long time. This is what the graphics look like. I've been wanting to pick this book up for a very long time. I want to say since the moment I kind of started my booktube channel, or since I discovered booktube. I think, who was it? I think it was Zoe Reads. She doesn't post much, but when she did post, this was one of the books that she read in one of her like 24-hour reading vlogs, I believe. And she described it really well, and it was really cute. And I think since I'm still on the journey of discovering what I really like in graphic novels, I feel like this can also probably be like an easy read, an easy cute read that I can potentially enjoy. It's really cute. I love the fact that it has like little goats. I think that's what they are. They're super cute, and I really cannot wait to read this one. The next book I am sharing with you guys is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I don't remember exactly what this book is about, but I know a lot of people talked about it a lot like recently. And I just wanted to pick it up because it was getting a lot of hype, and usually I'm not for all the hype. I like to wait for the hype to calm down before I jump into a book. But again, this was another book that was on sale, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up and give it a go sometime this year in 2022. So again, like, I don't remember what it's about, but you guys are just gonna have to wait for my thoughts when I do pick it up to let you guys know what it's about. The next book I am sharing with you guys is A Dark and Hollow Star, Ashley Shuttleworth. So this is a book that I really picked up based on the cover, to be completely honest. But it does have something to deal with war, with the main character being half fae, half human, and not being accepted in her fae side of the family. So it's pretty much trying to prove herself. Also, I believe they said it does have some queer romance in it, which I am here for. Who doesn't love a good queer romance? I'm all here for it, all of it. So yeah, I can't wait to jump into this one as well. All of these books, I'm gonna say that same thing. I can't wait to jump into it because I really cannot wait to jump into all these new reads that I have for 2022. I'm really excited. I love fae characters. I love fae reads in general. Like, they have just been my favorite things to read about ever since I read ACOTAR, so I'm still on that fae kick with my books. The next book I'm sharing with you guys is A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow. This cover is absolutely gorgeous. I've been wanting to pick this one up for a while as well. I did read the synopsis, and it is giving me very much like POVs from people of color, which I'm all here for because I would really love to continue to educate myself about history and also about what their daily like lives are like from then and now, and just, you know, just still continue to educate myself because it really saddens me that the color of your skin can define like how you were treated, and it still blows my mind. Even though I know it's real, it's a real thing, it just still blows my mind. So I think that's what this story is really dealing with. I really can't confirm or quote that that's correct, but I believe when I did read the little synopsis, it's somewhat around the lines of what I've just explained. So again, this is gonna have to be a book you're gonna have to wait for me to read and give you guys my thoughts and updates about. The next book is Percy Jackson. This is The Sea of Monsters. So this is book number 2 of the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. I have enjoyed Percy Jackson already. I haven't read any of the books other than book 1. So jumping into book 2, I'm excited for it. I love anything mythology, so of course I feel like this is definitely going to be a good read for me. I'm gonna have fun with it, obviously, and I can't wait to hopefully finish the entire series this year. But for the most part, I cannot wait to jump into this one and just really just continue the series, honestly. The next book I'm sharing with you is Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Seanan McGuire. So this is book number 2 to the Wayward Children series. I believe that's what the series is called. I did read book 1, but I definitely want to reread book 1 again. They're very short. So this is going to be about twin sisters who obviously go into another realm, another world. And when they turn 17, I believe they get kicked out of that world, and they're trying to find their way back to it because they were taken when they were 5 or 12. They were pretty young when they went into this world and have pretty much lived their childhood up until like their young teens. And since they've been pushed out, they've really been trying to find their way back because, I mean, they have adapted to that world that they were in. And I believe it has something to do with like vampires and evil scientists, I believe. But nonetheless, like, I'm excited to continue the series. So I definitely want to read book 1 again and just kind of like open up my mind a little bit more to it, because it was a short read, and there was a lot of information thrown in there. So I feel like we're going to get a lot of backstory on a lot of characters that was referred to in book 1. The next book I'm sharing with you guys is Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. This is another book that I really got because of the cover. The cover is absolutely gorgeous. That is beautiful. I love that. I don't remember much about this. I want to say it has like mermaid vibes to it. I could be wrong. But nonetheless, I can't wait to jump into this. It's definitely, I think, fantasy for sure. And I just want to see what it's all about. The cover is really drawing me into this one. Hopefully I can pick it up for the month of January, but if not, like, I will figure out a way to read like pirate mermaid vibes in 1 month, because I think I would really love that. But yeah, this is another book that I cannot wait to read in the month or in the year of 2022. Next book is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. This is another one that I picked up because I liked the cover, and I've heard a few people talk about this. Not much reviews. I really haven't went looking for reviews. I think I heard one person talk about it and they really liked it, but what really caught my attention was the fact that this little blurb on the back, it says, he murdered women in cold blood, he terrorized an entire city, he taunted those of us who hunted him down, but despite all these horrors, in the end I could never deny it. So to me, that's giving me very like Stefan Salvatore vibes, and I'm all here for it because I love Vampire Diaries and I love the Salvatore brothers as well. So yeah, it's a ripper, and you know, Stefan Salvatore is a ripper, and I'm a fan. Okay, jumping into the next book, I picked up Hunting by Stars, a Morrow's Thieves novel by Sherry DeMaline. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering the name, but this is the book. I heard, what's her name? I heard Haley from Haley and Bookland talk about this book, and it sounded very interesting and a little bit scary. It's basically about people stealing bone marrow from another race, I believe, and I want to say indigenous, but I could be completely off with that, because there's something about their bone marrow that is like a cure for some like disease that's going on. So they're literally like stealing the marrow from these people. I don't know if I'm correct on that. I know that's somewhat along the lines of, I know it's people stealing somebody's bone marrow because it's like the cure for the disease for sure. I just don't remember exactly who the bone marrow is being stolen from. But when I do pick this one up, I definitely will give you guys the correct information on it. This next book was actually a book from Fae Crate. This is The Half Glass by Kavion Lewis. So this one is supposed to also be about like a girl who doesn't fit in quite with the dark skin class or the light skin class. So she's kind of like pushed to the side because of the color of her skin. I did mention I think this is going to kind of fit in the realm of like colorism, which again I don't know much about. I just know it's a thing, and it's a very like, it's a thing that's not okay. So I can't wait to jump into that, just to kind of see exactly what this is about. It's fantasy as well. So just to kind of get the vibe of colorism and into fantasy just really intrigues me, and it sounds very interesting. And I mean, it just sounds altogether like a really good story. I've never heard of this book, so when I got it in Fake Crate, I was kind of thrown off because, like I said, I've never heard of this book, but I read the synopsis and it sounds really, really interesting, and it sounds like it could be a good one as well. So I can't wait to jump into this one. Next book I'm sharing with you guys is Year of the Reaper by Makia Lucier. Again, this is another book that I have no idea what it was until I read the synopsis. And I still don't remember now what this book is about. And I have a feeling, I think it's about fighting for the throne, something like that. I don't know. And I also believe it has something to do with like a plague as well. So, I mean, that's very fitting for what's gone on this past couple years. So, again, this is another story that I can't wait to jump into. The next book I got is another fairy loot, and this is called The Coldest Touch. This is also by Isabel Sterling, so this is like a debut. I don't know if it's out yet. It doesn't seem like it's a arc, because it doesn't say anything about it, but I know this is like a debut novel, and it's giving me very like Vampire Diaries and Twilight vibes. So yeah, I'm just going with that based off the cover. I don't know anything about it. I believe it's maybe a romance. We'll find out whenever I do pick this one up. But yeah, you're just gonna have to wait for my thoughts on this one as well. The next book I'm sharing with you guys, this was actually a book that my husband picked up out of like a joke, because he was just like, well, maybe this one, or how about this one? And I don't know, something drew me obviously to the cover. The cover is very pink, very bright pink, and this is Unpregnant by Jenny Hendricks and Ted Kaplan. So it's about a teenage girl who comes out pregnant, and she doesn't understand how she could be pregnant. So I'm guessing it's, I don't know what to guess actually, but somehow she becomes pregnant and she doesn't understand how she got pregnant. So this is definitely sounds like very interesting, and I cannot wait to jump into it. Thank you to my husband for being silly and suggesting it and just grabbing books, and he happened to interest me enough to read the synopsis, and it sounded really interesting, so I decided to go ahead and run with it. Next book I'm going to share with you guys is another pick from my husband. I think he picked it up because he liked the way the cover looked. I'm guessing that's what it was, and this is called Crossbones by Kimberly Vale. The cover is really gorgeous. It's very like velvet black, and I love the black and gold that comes with it. So I think this is definitely going to be like a pirate book for sure, but I think it's like captain versus captain situation. So they're definitely like competing for something. I don't remember exactly what, but I went ahead and picked it up because I mean, I thought it was a good idea that my husband was just grabbing books off the shelf, trying to be silly, and was just handing them to me, and I happened to like the ones that he grabbed and handed to me. So yeah, again, thank you to my husband for making a silly suggestion. If you guys like that idea that my husband goes and shops with me and like picks books that he thinks, I don't know, that I might like based on like the cover, let me know, and that's something we definitely could do, because I think that's like a really cool idea. The next book I'm sharing with you guys is The Midnight Girls by Alicia Jasinska. So I knew nothing about this book at all, but I saw it on the Barnes & Noble's website. They were pretty much promoting it. It's going to be about two girls who are like maybe fighting for a kingdom, which I feel like a lot of these books that I picked up are somewhat similar to that, but it's fine. I'm all here for it. So yeah, that's pretty much I think all I know about this story. The cover was super gorgeous, and I love a good competition when it comes to any story. So again, this is something that I am very interested in reading in 2022. The next book I picked up is The Wild Ones by Nafiz Azad. I read a little bit of the synopsis, but to be completely honest, I did get this book based on the cover. The cover is absolutely gorgeous. I love the pinks, I love the purples, and the girls on the cover are stunning as well. So I believe this is going to be a story based on these girls lives and what they had to go through and what they've been through, which I love. I absolutely love that, just to kind of get a glimpse of somebody else's life and their trials and tribulations and everything that they went through and how they are now. So that's definitely something that I feel like it's going to be touching and very eye-opening. So I can't wait to jump into this one. I think this is another book I do want to try and pick up for January. So we'll see how that goes for the month of January. All right, guys, so we just have this bag left. This book I picked up because so many people have talked about it, and it's just circling all over book Twitter and on YouTube. And I just decided to finally see what it's all about and pick it up. Well, I did find out what it's about, and it does sound like something I would really like. And that is Defy the Night by Bridget Kimmermer. I definitely know I'm saying their name wrong, but this is what I decided to pick up. I read the synopsis. It does sound very interesting, very up my alley, something that I will definitely enjoy, hopefully. But yeah, the cover is really gorgeous. I love the purples, the dark colors, the foiling that's like reflective as well. Definitely not better than the Fade Crate edition. I think it was Fade Crate, but nonetheless, like, I'm still satisfied that I finally decided to just pick it up and see what the hype is all about. Next book I decided to pick up is Kingdom of the Wicked. So this is a book, obviously I left the sticker on, I'm so dumb. This was this is by Carrie Maniscalco. This is a book that a lot of people talk about. I wasn't planning on picking this one up. I actually have the blanket from, I think it was my very first fairy loot box. It was inspired by Kingdom of the Wicked, and I wasn't sure if I would pick it up, but I read the synopsis, and again, it sounded like something that I would really be interested in. So I went ahead and just picked it up. I wish I would have found it in the hardcover edition when Barnes & Nobles had their hardcovers for 50% off after Christmas, but I missed out on that because I discovered last minute that they were literally all hardcover books for 50% off. So I feel absolutely stupid, but it's all right. I did get like a few books that were hardcovers for that sale, but like I said, I found out last minute, so it is what it is. I still got a good amount of books for Christmas, and I greatly appreciate those who gave me gift cards for books. I love that. Next book I picked up is Girls of Fate and Fury by Natasha Nyong. I can never say her name right, but this is the third book of the what is it? The Girls of Paper and Fire. I will say I'm not a fan of this cover. It does not match the other two in my opinion, but it's fine. It's all right. We got the complete set and they're all hardcovers, and I'm just gonna roll with it. But yeah, I did read book 1 and 2. I do want to read both book 1 and 2 all over again, just to kind of like revamp my memory before I jump into this one. But I really enjoyed book 1 and 2. It's a little dark, not gonna lie, but I still enjoyed it. Did make me a little uncomfortable. Like I said, it was dark, very much trigger warnings with SA. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. If that's a book that you do want to try and pick up, just definitely look into the trigger warnings because there are some for sure. But yeah, I can't wait to continue this series and see where their journey ends. Next book I decided to finally pick up because I found the first edition, and that is Death Note. This is the black edition. This is so gorgeous, and this is book 1. I have started I have started watching the anime, and I was really interested in it. It really caught my attention. It was really like intriguing. I liked it a lot. So I decided to pick up the book or the manga to see what it's all about, and hopefully I will enjoy it. Even though like I love the way this is very classy, the black, the dark edges, and then like it's very velvet to the touch, and I love it. I cannot wait to jump into this one and hopefully enjoy it so I can get the other editions. The next book I picked up is The Grimrose Girls by Lori Powell. So I think this is going to be a little bit of like a mystery thriller, which you guys know I'm not really a big fan of thriller, but if it has some mystery in it and it's more mystery than thrillerish, then I'm all for it. I think this is about one of the girls in a group gets murdered. So the other friends are trying to uncover what happened, and I think they end up finding like some dark stuff happening that has happened to the friend. I think that's what it's about. I know it's something along the lines of that. That's why I decided to pick it up. And again, this was another book that was like buy one get one half off, so I figured why not. I think Mel from Mel Reads talked a little bit about this book, and it kind of like pushed me to pick it up more. So yeah, can't wait to jump into this one as well. And the last book I finally decided to pick up was Serpent and Dub by Shelby Mayron. I read this synopsis of this, and it's about like witches. So it's very witchy vibes, which I absolutely love. I didn't know it was going to be about that. The cover actually kind of like swayed me away from not wanting to pick this book up for a very long time, until finally I decided to just read the synopsis of it. And yeah, I don't know why I let the cover push me away when the synopsis sounds super interesting. I'm glad I picked it up finally, and I can't wait to jump into this because I am all here for the witchy vibes. I love it. I'm here for it, so I'm excited for this one. So that is it for today's video. If you stayed till the very end, you are awesome. That one was quite a big book haul. Hopefully I won't do another book haul for some time now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's book haul, and I hope you are having a wonderful holidays, and hopefully this year will be a good year for us all. If your year wasn't the best last year, hopefully 2022 will be an even better year. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.